Hi, I wanted to give a quick guide as to how to install the mobile data collection application on an iPad. You're looking at the iTunes. Got the iPad connected to the device. It's called Lily's iPad. What we've got here is the actual application of an older version of the application. What I'm going to do, just to be doubly sure that we're installing a new version, is just to delete that one that's in iTunes. I'm going to go to a directory here which contains a new build. I'm going to drag that into iTunes. I'm going to go to Lily's iPad, to the apps button, and we can see we've already got an older version installed. We're going to remove that by clicking or remove and then apply in the bottom right hand corner. We'll get the syncing going on in the top window. That's complete. It now gives us the option to install. So we're going to install the application and again go through the same steps. We'll sync it. We're guided as to what's going on. We see will install in the window here, and we can actually see the application being installed on the device, the new version. And when it's completed, we'll see in the window here, after it's installing, the option to remove. Let's go to the bottom of the screen here. If we click on the apps button here, we've got this mobile data collection documents. These are documents that the application will read when it loads. In this case, we're going to be loading a configuration file, and this is also where a TPK file would be dropped onto the device as well. So we're basically taking desktop applications or files and putting them on the mobile device via this option. Before we do that, what I wanted to do is just to show you the configuration file. Here is the configuration file. We set a number of things that are configurable in the application. The first thing is a logo, and there's a URL. This would be your web server, and then a JPEG or PNG on your web server. In this case, it's pointing to our web server. We've got a title as well, which we can change. We've got a web page link on the home page of the application. There is a button which, if it's tapped, will link to this URL if you've supplied one. The header and the footer can be changed. The color can be changed. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that? We've got an option here. I've actually got a color set in here, this color. So let's go ahead and take that number of that color and switch that out just there, and we'll save that. You'll also notice in here that there's a TPK option. If we had a TPK for the area for the web map we're going to install, then this would be where we would reference that web map. The portal URL is basically your ArcGIS Online portal URL. In our case, it's webmapsolutions.maps.arcgis.com. And then the final piece is the web map ID, which we've got here, and that is something that can be changed as required. So what we're going to do now we've made those changes, in fact, yeah, let's go ahead and make this Matt's region, and what I'll do is I'll actually run this in a simulator so you can see that those changes are taking place. I'm just getting the simulator ready. Okay, we'll drop that down. What we're going to actually do is add that to the device, a configuration file. So we go to the desktop, we go to demo, which is where I've stored that file I was just editing, and we'll drop that in, and you'll actually see that's being copied to the device. So that's all the work done to set up the configuration, and you can change the configuration at any time and open up iTunes and again drop a new version of the or an edited version of the same file onto the device. Let's just run the simulator and see what that now looks like. And again, this will take a second to run. It'll take longer than a second, it looks like. Eventually it'll pop out. The simulator is just basically going to show the same. It's going to read that configuration and show the interfaces to with those changes reflected if it ever launches. There we go. So there's the simulator, and so what you're looking at here, obviously the red doesn't really go with the button colours, but there's the red footer and header. There's our title. There's our logo that links to the website if we clicked it, and then this is the web map we've loaded. Thanks for watching.